Hello, welcome to our channel Top 10s You Should Know. Now, think about your feet for a second. How often do you really pay attention to them? Probably not much, right? Unless they hurt, smell, or look a little odd after a long day on them, we tend to forget they're even there. But here's something most of us don't realize. Your feet are more than just tools that carry you around all day. They're messengers. They can tell you when something deeper is going on inside your body. From circulation issues to nerve damage, from diabetes to thyroid problems. And the scary part? Most people ignore these signals until it's too late. So today, I want to talk about something most of us overlook, but shouldn't. In this episode, we're diving into the top 10 things your feet say about your health, real signs, subtle changes, and what they might mean for your overall well-being. If you've ever wondered why your toes tingle, why your feet feel cold all the time, or why your nails have strange lines, this one's for you. Let's take a closer look at your body's silent communicator, your feet. 1. Cold feet. Could be a sign of poor circulation or thyroid issues. There's a reason the phrase cold feet exists, and it's not just about nerves. If your feet are constantly cold, even under blankets or in warm weather, it could be a sign of poor circulation or an underactive thyroid. Blood flow naturally slows down in the extremities, which is why hands and feet are usually the first to get chilly. But if your feet are always cold, especially if accompanied by numbness or color changes like turning pale or blue, it might be a condition called Raynaud's phenomenon or peripheral artery disease. Another common cause is hypothyroidism. When your thyroid isn't producing enough hormones, your metabolism slows, making it harder for your body to regulate temperature. So next time you reach for socks out of habit, ask yourself, is it just the weather, or is your body trying to tell you something? 2. Swelling in the feet. Could signal heart, kidney, or liver trouble. Swollen feet or ankles, known as edema, may seem like a minor annoyance, especially after standing all day or during hot weather. But when the swelling is persistent, painful, or happens mostly on one side, it could be pointing to something deeper. Fluid buildup in the lower limbs can signal issues with the heart, kidneys, or circulatory system. When your body struggles to pump blood efficiently, gravity pulls fluid downward, causing puffiness and tightness in the legs and ankles. It could also be a sign of kidney disease, where excess fluid isn't filtered properly, or liver failure, which affects protein production and fluid balance. Some medications like blood pressure drugs or hormones can also cause swelling. If your shoes feel tighter without explanation, especially if there's pain or warmth in the area, don't wait. Get it checked out. Your body is trying to warn you, and ignoring the signs could cost you dearly. 3. Tingling or numbness, often linked to nerve damage or diabetes. That pins and needles feeling you get when your foot falls asleep is normal once in a while. But if it happens frequently, especially at night or without pressure, it could be a sign of nerve damage. One of the most common causes is peripheral neuropathy, often linked to diabetes. High blood sugar over time can damage nerves, especially in the feet, leading to tingling, burning, or numbness. Sometimes people don't even realize they have diabetes until their feet start acting strangely. Other causes include vitamin deficiencies, particularly B12, alcohol abuse, or autoimmune diseases like lupus or rheumatoid arthritis. The key red flag? If the sensation doesn't go away quickly or keeps coming back, it's worth getting checked. Because numbness isn't just uncomfortable, it can lead to serious injuries you don't even feel happening. 4. Thickened or discolored toenails may indicate fungal infection or psoriasis. Toenail changes are easy to dismiss. After all, who looks closely at their toes every day? But thickened, discolored, or brittle nails can be more than just cosmetic concerns. A yellowish, crumbly nail is often a sign of fungal infection, a common issue that tends to worsen over time if left untreated. Left unchecked, it can spread to other nails or even cause discomfort when walking. But sometimes those same symptoms can also point to psoriatic arthritis, a form of joint inflammation that affects some people with psoriasis. Unlike regular fungal infections, psoriatic nail changes often come with pitting, ridges, or separation from the nail bed. If you've tried every antifungal cream and nothing works, it might be time to see a dermatologist, because your toenails might just be giving you a warning you shouldn't ignore. 5. Cracked heels can be a symptom of dry skin or vitamin deficiency. Dry, flaky skin on your heels is incredibly common, especially in winter or in dry climates. But when cracks become deep, painful, or bleed, it could be a sign of something more than just dry air. Cracked heels, medically known as heel fissures, can be caused by obesity, wearing open-back shoes, or standing for long hours. But they can also signal underlying nutritional deficiencies, especially in vitamins like biotin, keratin, or essential fatty acids. These nutrients play a key role in maintaining healthy skin integrity. People with diabetes or thyroid disorders also commonly struggle with dry, cracked skin due to changes in sweat and oil production. So if you're constantly slathering on lotion and seeing no improvement, it might be time to look beyond skincare and into what your body might be lacking. Number 6. Foot pain without injury could point to arthritis or plantar fasciitis. Waking up with stabbing heel pain or experiencing dull aches in your arches with no clear cause? That's not just getting older. It could be plantar fasciitis or early signs of arthritis. Plantar fasciitis is an inflammation of the thick band of tissue that runs across the bottom of your foot, and it often flares up after rest, especially in the morning. It's common among runners, people who stand all day, or those who wear unsupportive shoes. On the other hand, foot pain that feels stiff, swollen, or achy could be a sign of osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis creeping in. Joints in the feet are delicate and can be affected early on by systemic inflammation. If your feet hurt daily without injury, especially if stiffness gets worse with rest, it's time to talk to a specialist, because ignoring foot pain now could lead to bigger mobility issues later. 7. Red, hot, or swollen feet might suggest infection or gout. If one or both of your feet suddenly become red, hot, swollen, and extremely tender, especially around the big toe, it could be gout. Gout is a form of inflammatory arthritis caused by the buildup of uric acid crystals in the joints. It often strikes suddenly, usually at night, and can be so painful even the weight of a bedsheet feels unbearable. While gout used to be called the disease of kings because of its link to rich diets, today it's increasingly common due to rising rates of obesity, high fructose diets, and metabolic syndrome. But infection is another possible cause, especially if there's a break in the skin, such as a cut or ingrown toenail. Either way, sudden heat and swelling in your foot is not normal and deserves medical attention before complications arise. 8. Hair loss on toes or legs could signal poor blood flow. It might sound strange, but losing hair on your toes or lower legs can actually be a sign of poor circulation. Healthy blood flow is essential for nourishing hair follicles. So when arteries narrow or harden due to peripheral artery disease, hair growth slows or stops altogether. This is especially noticeable in the feet and calves. Paddy is often linked to smoking, high cholesterol, or diabetes, and it increases the risk of heart attack and stroke. Other signs include cold feet, slow healing sores, and leg cramps during walking. If you've noticed your legs or toes looking unusually smooth or pale, and it's not because of shaving, it might be time to talk to your doctor, because sometimes what's missing says more than what's there. Number 9. Clubbed toes may be linked to lung or heart conditions. Clubbing of the toes, when the tips become enlarged and the nails curve around them, is a subtle but significant physical change. It's often painless and develops slowly, which is why many people don't notice it until someone else points it out. What makes clubbing concerning is that it's often linked to chronic low oxygen levels in the blood, which can be caused by lung conditions like chronic bronchitis, cystic fibrosis, or even lung cancer. It can also occur with congenital heart defects or certain digestive disorders. While not always a sign of disease, clubbed toes should never be ignored. If you've noticed this change over time, especially if paired with fatigue, shortness of breath, or dizziness, it's worth bringing up with a healthcare provider, because sometimes the clues start at your feet and lead straight to your heart or lungs. 10. Yellowing of the skin on feet could be jaundice or carotenemia. Yellowing of the skin on your feet or anywhere on the body can be alarming, and for good reason. One possible cause is jaundice, a buildup of bilirubin in the blood due to liver dysfunction. Jaundice typically starts in the whites of the eyes and spreads to the skin, including the feet. It's often accompanied by dark urine, fatigue, and abdominal discomfort. However, not all yellowing is dangerous. A harmless condition called carotenemia can occur from eating too many beta-carotene-rich foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, or squash. The difference? Jaundice gives a yellow-orange tint with a greenish undertone, while carotenemia appears more orange and doesn't affect the eyes. Still, if you notice unexpected yellowing, especially if it's new or worsening, it's best to get it checked. Because when your feet turn yellow, it might not just be your diet, it could be your liver talking. All right, friends, that wraps up our list. The top 10 things your feet say about your health. We often take our feet for granted, but they're quietly giving us feedback every single day. From tingling toes to yellowing skin, from cold soles to swollen ankles, each symptom has a story to tell. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed any of these signs in your own feet? Did it lead to a surprising diagnosis or lifestyle change? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with someone who needs a heads up about their health, and subscribe so you never miss another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Stay curious, stay healthy, and remember, sometimes the answers start at your feet.